Manchester United versus Leeds. If you do not know, this is one of the biggest rivalries in the Premier League. It is Manchester United versus Leeds. It is red versus white. If you do not know, this is one of the biggest rivalries. This is one of the biggest derbies that we have in the English Premier League. And so this game is going to be a tough one. This game is going to be a game of games. This game is going to be exciting because one thing is for sure, Manchester United have ever since Leeds came back to the Premier League, it has been good day hunting for Manchester United. It's been finger licking good. You get me? It's been that amazing to play Leeds. This isn't just a game. This is Manchester United versus Leeds, a rivalry built on hate, chaos, and moments that never follow the script, moments that you would never expect from. Form doesn't really matter in this situation. Tactics sometimes are irrelevant based on the way the game goes, but because when two teams meet like this, anything can happen. When these two teams meet, it is absolutely gun-ho. It is absolutely mung. Everybody's cocked and ready. Everybody's ready to give their most for this particular one. And so, one thing is for sure, this game is going to be exciting. And I understand that Manchester United have been waiting 24 days to play football. Trust me when I say this, it's going to be exciting, but I hope they are ready. They're chomping at the bit to play against Leeds. I hope they are ready to absolutely go in there and in the first 5 minutes, absolutely put them to sleep. I hope we give them the rear-naked choke and absolutely say, good night, Marasakas. I hope that's the way we do it. But the question is, what are we going to do? Is this going to be a boxing match? Is this going to be a basketball? Is this going to be a situation where we go back and forth like we have always done? Or is this going to be Manchester United jabbing and taking them out like Deontay Wilder and Chidero, whatever the fripp his name was? It is going to be a competitive game. It is going to be an exciting game. It's truly going to be a game of a huge magnitude. When Manchester United face Leeds, we are not just watching football for the most part. We are not just watching football, we're watching emotion. There's an emotion backed against these two teams. There's an emotion that absolutely goes on when these two teams are absolutely playing. And that is where things get really wicked. That is where things get really feisty. That is where you sit at the edge of your seat and you're waiting for things to happen. You're excited. You're just hoping and praying that it goes your way. I hope it goes your way. Because this fixture is where games explode out of nowhere. This fixture is where players lose their heads. This fixture is where momentum swings like a boxing match. Swings like a whole bad thing, because today we are going to be breaking down everything. We're going to be talking about tactics. We're going to be talking about key players. We're going to look at the hidden battles that I believe is going to take place in this game. And if we win our hidden battles, we are going to win the game. And why is this game going to flip expectations for Manchester United? And of course, for Leeds. The rivalry, of course, like I just said, goes deeper than football. It's historic, it's cultural, it's personal. And right now, both teams come into this game with something to prove. Manchester United, pressure to dominate, like usual. And of course, questions about consistency. We have been having such a good time with Michael Carrick, but the truth about it is that we have stumbled a little bit. In the last 3 games, we are talking about 1 loss, 1 win, and 1 draw. That's how we are. We need to get a little bit more consistent. We need to stop dropping points if we are looking to challenge for the title next season. Those are the things we start building. These are the building blocks. These are the foundations to us having a successful season next year. For Leeds, it's an underdog energy. You understand? They are our little babies. They are our little boys. You get me? They are our boys. So they have this underdog mentality. Dan James, we know he's playing for Leeds. And we know how crazy he can be in that speed burst. So we understand and we need to absolutely pay attention to these two sides. And of course, they have a lot of things to lose. The way they are playing the game, they want to gain everything in this game. Because if they lose to Manchester United, they are going to be facing the likes of Tottenham Hotspur at one point in time within this next 7 games that each team has to play. And if they can get 3 to 6 points, they stay up in the Premier League. This is going to be the first time they're staying up in the Premier League since they started going down into the Championship. So it's going to be an integral game for them to absolutely play. It's going to be an integral game. So now let's look at Manchester United's approach. How is Michael Carrick going to break down this team? How is Michael Carrick going to set up his team to absolutely break down Leeds? If there's one thing we know about Leeds is that their best part of their team is the midfield. We need to win the midfield. It has to be that. If we do not win the midfield, I don't think we absolutely defeat Leeds. You get me? If we do not defeat the midfield of Leeds, I don't believe we win this game. You understand? I don't believe we win this game. We have Tanaka. Tanaka is one of my favorite players in the league right now. We also have Anton Stark, the German guy. He's a German international. That is how good he is. How Leeds got him, I have no idea. But he is so good and he's so physical. But now I don't understand and I don't know whether he's going to be playing. They, of course, have Benanote that comes from Leicester City to, I think, Brighton. And then Brighton, then he goes to Chelsea, and then Chelsea to Leeds. It's a whole mess for Benanote, but he's also another talented player. You have Brendan Aronson, the very fast US international. So we have a team that their midfield is fast, physical, and they are dogged. It's like literally raising or playing with pit bulls that also have the pace of German shepherds. That is what we are dealing with in that midfield. And so we have to absolutely be careful and we have to go through and actually put this team, put them away before they even get an opportunity to gain some confidence. You get? So now, we'll look at the form. You get? Because the form for Manchester United has been pretty good. The past 5 games has been really nice. We are looking at 3 wins, 1 loss, and 1 draw. That is a really good set. Now, is it a winning the Premier League set of 5 games? Probably not. Because the lesser opportunity or the lesser chance you give to lose all 3 points, the better for you to absolutely be higher up in the pitch. But I have to give credit to Michael Carrick. He has done such a good job since coming in January. And then you look at Leeds. And Leeds have had a tough time ever since they came into 2026. They have started really hot, literally winning against Tottenham Hotspur, I believe, getting a win against, is it Manchester City or something? It was a weird win. They also gave Chelsea a hard time. I think they defeated Chelsea too. So they got themselves out of the relegation battle. And then it came to later part of this year, February, April. That's when they started falling. That's when they started drawing. That's when they started losing yet again. Because in their last 5 games against Aston Villa, it was 1-1. Against Manchester City, they lost 1-0. Against Sunderland, they lost 1-0. Against Crystal Palace, it was 0-0. Against Brentford, it was 0-0. That is the difficulty that they are facing right now. They are making it difficult for you to score against them, but they are sure making it also difficult to put the ball in the back of the net. And that right there is Dominic Calvert-Lewin. And I hold you responsible for that particular one. But this is going to be a game where it's going to be played at Old Trafford. And under Michael Carrick, Old Trafford has been a fortress. It has been a launching pad for Manchester United to go from 7th and 8th in the Premier League all the way to 3rd place. It has been the launching pad. We haven't lost any game at Old Trafford, I don't believe. And we have won all our games. It's 100% rate, 100% 3 points when it comes to us, Manchester United, playing in Old Trafford under Michael Carrick. And so this is going to be a difficult one for Leeds also. You understand? It's also going to be a difficult one for Leeds. But the truth about it is that we just hope. I'm hoping that this team is absolutely going to be a difficult game, but in a way that we absolutely control every single thing about the game. Yes, I understand they are not going to allow us to beat them. You understand? Because when you're looking at the goals against MC, when you're looking at, I think this is goals into the average goals per. So this is this. The average goals per game for Leeds is 1 goal per game. For Manchester United, it's 2 goals per game. You understand? The average goals that Leeds concede in a game is 2 goals, while Manchester United averagely will concede 1 goal. And this is the key part about it. Manchester United need to absolutely focus on this situation. Our league position is third in the league. Leeds are 15th. We have gotten 15 wins, while Leeds have gotten 7. Drawn 10, Leeds drawn 12. We have lost 6, Leeds have lost 12. That's the reason why they are in 15th place. But this is the key part. We have scored 56 goals in the whole season, while Leeds have scored 37. So they do know how to find the back of the net. Now, it's not in the way that we expect a Premier League team that wants to stay up should, but they are absolutely putting the ball in the back of the net. You understand? The XG for Manchester United this season, we are overdoing that XG. We have the XG of 53.2 XG for Manchester United this season, while Leeds have 43.07, which they are underperforming. That's how you know that they are not having the best of seasons. But don't get me wrong, they are having a better season than they had the last time they came into the Premier League. So they are not a crap team. XG per 90 for Manchester United is 1.72. For them, it's 1.39. Clean sheets. This is where things shock people. Manchester United have 5 clean sheets this season, and Leeds have 6. So that will tell you that they are so difficult to beat. But the best part about this is that Manchester United have had a field day playing Leeds in the last few years that we have played them. Previously, we have played them 31 times. And after that 31 times, Manchester United have won 17. We have won 10 at home and 7 away. You understand? Leeds have won 4 of them. And it has been 4 at Leeds home. So they have never won at Manchester United. They have never won at Old Trafford, I'm sorry. They have drawn 10 times, but they have never won at Old Trafford. And so it's not going to be this time. The last time we played Leeds, it was 1-1 draw. Go back 2023, Man United defeated them at their home. You understand? 2-0. You go back that same season, it was 2-2. And then 2022, it was 4-2, where you saw the likes of, what's his name? Bruno Fernandes, absolutely showing the world how to play football. And we all remember the 5-1 win in 2021, just right after COVID, I believe. He absolutely came. That was the first time that Bruno played against Leeds in the Old Trafford in front of the fans. And we know what he did. We know what he did. Hat-trick that day. Hat-trick. Greenwood, I think, scored 1 goal. And if I'm not mistaken, Fred scored the last one. It was a beautiful sight. All right, now let's go into key players for this game. For Manchester United, I think the key players for Manchester United would, of course, be Bruno Fernandes. I think Bruno Fernandes coming into this game would be a good one. But I also think that Mason Mount will be a key player in this game just because of his understanding of playing within the pockets. I know for a fact that Leeds are not going to allow Manchester United do the things that they have done to Manchester United previously. So I think Bruno Fernandes and Mason Mount will be absolutely key in finding those pockets. But the key part is that in the attacking lineup, Manchester United would have to understand that using Benjamin Sesko in this game would bring success. It will bring success for us. It will absolutely show us that we have a 6'5" tall striker that wants to put his head behind and through every ball that comes into the 18-yard box, especially when it is against the team, when we are playing in the box of the opponent. And I think Benjamin Sesko, he has to start in this game. And I understand that that might mean that Ahmad would go to the bench, but Benjamin Sesko would absolutely need to start this game because I believe this is a game where we would absolutely be able to cross in the balls. They're not going to allow us to play through the front. I don't believe so. They're not going to allow us to play through the front. They have good defenders. You understand? Ethan Ampadu, a good captain, would absolutely not allow them. Pascal Stroke will not allow them to pass through the middle. So we need to absolutely get it right. Put the ball in the 18-yard box. Give Benjamin Sesko an opportunity to put his head through that ball and put the ball in the back of the net. But with that said, I believe my prediction is right in time for me to say it. But before I say that, I'm going to be giving you guys my starting 11 that would start this game in my mind. I think it's going to be definitely Sun Elements to start. We are going to be having Diego Dalot on the right-hand side in terms of the right back. We are going to have the likes of Lenny Yoro and Aiden Heaven, because Harry Maguire, of course, is not available for this game and Martinez is just coming back from injury. And then we are going to be having Luke Shaw on the left-hand side. In the middle, it is absolutely the trio that should have been the trio all along. It is Casemiro, Kobe Mainoo, and Bruno Fernandes. That would be the starting three in the middle for Manchester United. And then when we go into the attacking front, we are going to be having Bemo on the right-hand side, Mateus Cunha on the left-hand side, and Benjamin Šeško in the middle. I believe that is going to be my predicted lineup to start this game and to absolutely give us 1 goal in the first half and maybe 2 goals in the second half. Like I said, that leads me now to my predictions of how the game is going to end. What would be the score? The scoreline in my mind will be 3-1. 3-1 to Manchester United. It's going to be Bruno Fernandes, Mason Mount, and Benjamin Šeško. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the follow button, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. And of course, consider subscribing to the channel.